Do 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 do. Hey hey hey. Hey hey my. Hey hey. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Lucky Cats. Good to see you. John, what's up? Welcome everybody. Corbin. Laughter. Always good to laugh. Welcome everybody. Thanks for coming on by. My name is Chris. This is the Cool and Common stream. It is Wednesday night. That means it's book night. This book night consists of science fiction. I got a little sampling of books sitting there in the store. I've also got a ton of books that are not in the store. And I also have some 1970s and 80s fantasy and sci-fi mags. I haven't, it's probably been like 9 months or 10 months since I last brought them out. So I thought maybe I'd start with that a little bit. If there's anything in the store you want to see, you want to pre-bid on, go right ahead. If you just want to grab it now, let me know. If there's authors you're looking for, uh, just shout it out in the chat. If I got it, I'll bring it. All right. So these bad boys are always fun. What I love the most about the fantasy and sci-fi mags is finding that first print of a story that later became a great book. We've found a few in these piles over the months and the last couple of years. Really neat when you see that. Not the cigarette ad. I mean the first printing of a famous story. But yeah, these are cool. $3 starts. Sometimes I do 2 for $5. This is your September 1975 edition. And let's see, who do we got here? Novelettes by Robert Thurston, Randall Garrett, Harry Manders. Short stories, No Way Home by Lumley. Grandfather Claus, Cogswell. Valentino Bogart, Dean and Other Ghosts by Ralph and Moore, Raylan Moore. Oh! This is what I'm talking about. The Runners. George R. Martin. Hello, 1970 something. H.P. Lovecraft and others. Aldous Budrys, The Review. Hey, George R. Martin, September 1975. There was no Game of Thrones HBO series. There was barely HBO back then. $3, 15 seconds. George R. Martin. George R. Martin is known for the fantasy stuff, but he did and has written a lot of science fiction. Obviously, it was Game of Thrones that kind of blew him up, but if for those that knew, they always knew, right? But for the masses, they think of him as the Game of Thrones guy, which he is. All right. Oh my God! Now he's on the cover. That son of a gun. April 1979. He's on the cover. Let's see what's in here. Reasonable shape. No rips, no tears. Let's see what we got here. On Wings of Song Conclusion, Thomas Dish. Lube by Bob Lehman. Where is it? Warship by George R. Martin and George Florence Guthridge. There it is, right there. Warship. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, thanks for ticking in on that poll. I'm completely redoing all my buy it nows. Let me get this one running. I literally the end of last week, I sat down, I deleted every single thing I had as a buy it now in all my shows. My comic book show, my book show, all the book shows, sci-fi, fantasy, children's books, fantasy books, murder mystery books, my CD and music show. I just deleted it all. I still have all the stuff. But back when I first started on Whatnot, um, there was there was no like proper way to put your stuff in inventory. I'll say that they've come a long way, and August 74 here up next. So I just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna zap it all, start from scratch. It wasn't there's not there wasn't maybe I had 100 items in there, 80 or 100 items. But we're gonna completely redo the whole thing. So I'm thinking of putting, I do a DVD show every once in a while, and what's in my DVD show? Horror and science fiction DVDs. Well, why not have a few sitting there to buy it now, right? $3, 15 seconds. August. What was that? 75? August of 74. Fantasy and Sci-Fi. The 25th year of publication. Right now it's looking 50-50. Magazine of Fantasy and Sci-Fi. 29th anniversary all-star issue. Who's this guy? Stephen King. Isaac Asimov. 1978. 29th anniversary. Ooh, how'd you like to have a hello? How'd you like to have one of those t-shirts? Spring for an F and SF t-shirt. But then I have to cut this out of the back. I don't want to cut my magazine up. Well, just buy 2 magazines. There you go. You cut one out, get the t-shirt. They're sneaky like that. All right, what did King do here? Oh, holy shit, the Gunslinger. The Gunslinger, Stephen King. Damn. Cassandra, C.J. Chair. A Clone at Last. I get it. Pronzini and Malsberg. Pulling the Plug, Ron Goulart. And Vera by Terry Carr. Algis Budrys again. Gahan Wilson cartoons. Gahan Wilson's always fun. This guy, 49. 49. Gahan Wilson. Love his stuff. We've no idea what it is, but it makes a darling planter. Funny. All right, hey. 29th anniversary, October 78. Stephen King, a little story called The Gunslinger. How about that? $3, 15 seconds. Remind me to put that in my horror show if I don't sell it today. Wow. Colby Cheese, welcome. Crystal, good to see you. Wolvie fan, welcome. Thanks for coming on in, everybody. All right, we got a nice one here. No sticker on the front. Michaelmas, a new novel by Algis Budrys. It looks like we got some DeCamp in there. August 1976. Again, that ad for the F and FS t-shirt. Tanning on the back. Oh, Max Thins. Hey now. Let's talk about that with a friend of mine the other day. Starting to have old man talk. Gahan Wilson. Nice. Sorry, I didn't mean to trigger anybody with that one. Jeez. When I was a kid, my mother used to hand me $2 and send me out to the store, and I'd walk by myself 5 blocks and go buy her 2 packs of cigarettes. And there was, and that was it. Me and every other kid back then, right? It's funny. Funny to think of that now. All right, $3, 10 seconds left on Fantasy and Sci-Fi. The new novel, Algis Budrys. We'll do a few more of these. If there's no interest, that's okay. I've got a stack from the 70s, and I've got a stack from the 80s. So if anybody wants one or the other, I'm starting with the older stuff first. It's usually the more desirable stuff. Postage due. Oh, this guy didn't pay his bill. December 77. What else happened in 1977? Oh, Star Wars came out. I remember that like it was yesterday. Hey, if you're watching on YouTube, by the way, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Feel free to hit that QR code on your YouTube screen or click the link in the description. I got to talk about this. Um, anyway, so YouTube, if you're there, thank you very much. Come and join us here on Whatnot. Uh, Here is an ad for a record, Tolkien, The Silmarillion. Now, I saw this on a news article today. It came across my entertainment feed. Have you heard what Stephen Colbert will be doing after the Late Show ends? Has anybody heard? I give you to the count of 3 in the chat. Woody Allen. That Woody Allen? That Woody Allen? The Kugel Mass episode. It could be. Wow. Interesting. Let me get this running. So, Stephen Colbert, late night talk show host, and #1 world renowned fan of all things Lord of the Rings, he's been hired to help write the script for a new Lord of the Rings movie. Look it up. Look it up. You don't got to believe me. I got no reason to lie. He always geeks out about that on the show, which is always kind of funny. And here's a nice clean copy. Wow. January 75. Address on the back. Yeah, so he's going to actually be a script writer for the next Lord of the Rings movie. So that was the big announcement today. There's going to be a new Lord of the Rings movie, and he's one of the script writers. So he's got to be gonzo over that. I'm looking forward to that now. Would you mind hanging around somewhere else, buddy? That's hysterical. Pam, and what's up? Did you just look up the album? Really? What's it going for? How you doing, Ed? What's it going for? The Silmarillion of Beren and Luthien, performed by Christopher Tolkien. Interesting. Wow. You can get it on cassette. I might be able to find it on cassette somewhere. 100 to 200. Woo, 1 to 2 bills. Nice. I got to keep my eyes open for that when I'm looking for my CDs and cassettes. And hell yes. One of the first vinyl record flips I ever had. I was just at my local thrift store, and somebody had dropped off a milk crate full of records. And I started flipping through it, and I found a sealed there's that t-shirt again. I found a sealed 1977 Star Wars soundtrack album. The original first pressing Star Wars, excuse me. First print, and I was like, yes, please. And I paid 50 cents for it and sold it for $300. So there you go. What do we got here? Dish, Eric Norton, Hotker, Kelly, Yolen, Wiener, Elgin, and Stephen Dixon. On Wings of Song, new novel. Got the Battlefield Earth Book album. Crazy weird. Definitely looking for that now. Yeah, you and me both. So the Allentown Paper Show is coming up April 25th. So I'll be looking for any more Charles Saunders I can find. We'll see. We'll see. Last time, none. The time before, found 3 of them, right? So you never know. Magazine of Fantasy and Sci-Fi, March 1979. Before the internet, this is how you used to have to go find your books. From here to Whatnot in 50 years. There you go. New, used, and out-of-print books for sale Alan Sherman, 49 Fieldstone Road, Staten Island, New York, 10314. Hey, is that C. Mac Finn? That's the way you used to do it, man, back then. Shit. That's funny. All right, let's see who's in this one. Wings of Song, Part 2, Homo Sap, Gary Jennings, Campbell Wild, Killa, the annual Bash and Circumstance Party. All right, there you go. Nice looking cover. Oh, we're missing a little chip here. We're missing a little chip there, huh? All right, $1. Most likely, huh? Dancing along the edge. How you doing? All right, let's see. What do we got here? We got a couple here. What do I got? November, July. Let's do this here. November 1975, fantasy sci-fi, Silent Eyes of Time, a new novella by Aldous Budrys. This guy was kind of like the fantasy and sci-fi mascot for a little while. He appears on a whole bunch of different issues. Yeah, that one's in nice shape. So we got the new one there. Then we got this one, more Aldous Budrys. Nice, clean. July 1975. They were way into pyramids in the 70s. Way into pyramids. And apparently space nipples. Pyramids, pyramids, and space nipples. There you go. That's what it was all about in the 70s. And cigarette ads. What was that one? Players at Null G. There you go. So there was the second one. How about a third one? Get a nice little third one. Let's get a nice third one in there. Born of the Winds, Brian Lumley. December 1975. Nice wraparound cover. All right. Who else was in here? Varley, Lumley, Runyon, Sergeant Young. Another Gahan Wilson cartoon. I missed the cartoon. Where was that? Oh, here it is. The cockroaches. The cockroaches are reading the label of the food in the cabinet. To hell with this stuff. Even the cockroaches won't eat it. Oh my gosh. All right, hey, there's 3 books. Nice clean covers. Looking cool. We've been doing $3 each. That's 9. Let's do 2 for buy 2, get 1 free. Any Worlds of If digests? Ooh, good question. Let me go check the other box where the other digests are. Let's do 3 for 6. $2 a pop. Or buy 2, get 1 free. However you want to think about it. Worlds of If. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. Let this run. Let me go grab something. Let me see. All right. Dance negative on the Worlds of If at this time. All right, let's go to some books. Let's look at some paperbacks, some hardcovers. Just get these books back where they belong. I like it before I put it away. I really like this cover. This is like one of those like, hey kids, learn science. It's fun. she's got a she's got a satellite. She's friggin' blowing away drones and shit. Hey, STEM is fun. All right, let me get this out of the way. All right, let me see. Yeah, no problem. Happy to check for you. Let's go with book. See if there's been any pre-bids too while we're sitting here. While I'm yapping away about Stephen Colbert and other stuff. Okay. All right. What's up next? What's up next? We'll get the fantasy dragons out of here. Now then, Universe 10. Brand new stories by Michael Bishop, James Tiptree Jr., R.A. Lafferty, Howard Waldrop, F.M. Busby, and others. Doubleday science fiction hardback with the dust jacket. Book Club edition. Terry Carr. Looking all young. 1980. Nice one. Go back here. Look at the particulars. Come on now. Fingers are not cooperating. All right. 1980. First book club edition. Saving Faith. Source of Innocent Merriment. All the skies are full of fish. The Thé et Noir. The Ugly Chickens. The special non-fact article section. Superl. Report on the Special Committee on the Quality of Life. The Confessions of Hamo. The John Sebastian Bach Memorial Barbecue and Nervous Breakdown. First person plural. F.M. Busby. There you go. Nice hardcover. Not too thick. Not too thin. Just right. $4. I do use flat rate shipping in all my shows also. Even the other media shows. The music, the CDs. It's nice. You hit that third book. I run them 4 to 7 ounces. After that third book, shipping's free, right? So you know you will be capped at $9 and what is it, 22 cents, 21 cents shipping max. All right, there's Universe 10. Pyramid Sci-Fi. Space Lords, Cordwainer Smith. It's got some wear. Got some creasing on the back. Nice reader copy, though. Little stamp there, 1965. December 11th, 1965. Tanning on the covers. Spine's nice and flexible. Couple more stamps. Lucille Updike. Apparently owned this at one point in time. $2 for a nice little reader. I'm gonna have to start making some room for some new books. Hit up a couple auctions the last couple days. Got some nice sci-fi books coming. The 75 Annual World's Best Sci-Fi. Daw. Got some more Daws coming. Some more Daw is coming on the way, my friends. A little crease there on the back. I'm not liking that. Off-white pages. 1975 World's Best. Three Snakes came in to my show over the weekend and slammed it on this book about death that I had. Got a real nice book. Yo, Zane, what's up, buddy? Vesta, welcome. Good to see everybody. Doing good, Zane. Chilling on a Wednesday. You can almost sense that spring is coming. I know in the middle of the country we got some snow and other crap, but you can sense that the spring is in the air. At least my nose can, because I've been sneezing my ass off. Michael Crichton, Airframe. Michael Crichton, Airframe. I don't even want to mention about airlines these days. But here's a book by Michael Crichton about the science and technology of an airplane that has a crash. Here's another one. Pick up any Warhammer books yet? Oh, not yet. Not yet. I'm looking. We were just talking, Zane. I'm going to the Allentown Paper Show. It's on Saturday and Sunday, April 25th and 26th. So I'll be selling there again. This book's brand new, Timeline. 2 Michael Crichton books. 2 for $5. Let's do it. 2 books, $5 start. Michael Crichton, one of my favorite authors. So I will definitely hardcore be seeking out any Warhammer books. And you'll get first pick. Bargain Boz, good to see you. Yeah, we'll see. I usually do find that kind of stuff there. April and May, I'm gonna be doing a lot of genre stuff. The last weekend in April there, the 25th, that's the Allentown Paper Show. The following weekend is the Lehigh Valley comic book, toy, and card expo. I'm going to do that again. That was a lot of fun. A couple of my friends that I do the paper show with, I share a booth with them. They run the Lehigh Valley. They co-run the Lehigh Valley comic, card, and toy show. So they just invite me to go set up with them, and they're busy running stuff. So I just kind of watch and sell their stuff, and they do the same for me, and so it's good. Hey, here's a really nice copy of Gordon Dixon's The Genetic General. And it doesn't look like it was even cracked on the spine, but obviously someone read through it because they took notes in the back. You know, sometimes those intergalactic interstellar politics can get confusing, so took some notes in the back for you. It's pretty nice. Nice clean copy. On the front cover, I mean. Cat Under Stars, welcome. Put this one back here. All right, I don't want to trigger anybody. This is the cover of the book. This is an alternate future history. The Nazis win World War II. Okay, it's one of those stories. It's been 20 years after Nazi Germany's triumphant victory in World War II. The entire country is preparing for the grand celebration of the Fuhrer's 75th birthday, as well as the imminent peacemaking visit from President Kennedy. All right, Fatherland. 3 months on the New York Times bestseller list. Alternate history. You got a name on the front cover. Was this book the basis? No, I guess it wasn't. Was it? That Netflix series? I don't think so. Maybe it was. I forget. $3. Down to the last 5 seconds. Alrighty. What else? We got another airframe. That's airframe and timeline over there. That's another timeline. The Stars Blue Yonder. Sandra McDonald. Again, very nice clean spine here. A little crease on the back there. This doesn't feel like it's even been opened. Light tanning on the inside. Chief Terry Mild died and became a god. Now he's been returned to life, and he's careening around space and time at the behest of a voice that told him to save all of mankind. I hate when that happens. The Stars Blue Yonder. $3.15. All right, Zane. Thanks, buddy. 8 a.m. exam. All right. Well, I appreciate you stopping in. Have a good night. Get some good sleep. Good luck on the test. All right. Got a few more in this bin. Michael Crichton's Congo. Yes, it was a motion picture. I wasn't a fan of this movie. The book, yes. The movie, eh. I bet you if Michael Crichton was still alive, he'd be the executive producer on The Pit. How's that for a hot take? $3.15. Do. All right, this one's a little warped. Let's do a dollar deal. Let's do a dollar deal here. The State of the Art of Science Fiction Now, a superb anthology. Larry Niven, Brian Aldiss, Harry Harrison, Jack Dan, Ward Moore, etc. Ursula K is in here. That's nice. Woo, Alexi and Corey Pension are in here. Hello. Ding, ding, ding. First time in paperback. It's a little warped. We're going to start at $1. It's a little warped, but check out the goodies that are hiding in here. Check out the goodies in here. You flip through, right? Book's in decent shape on the inside. Check this out. Ooh, Kent cigarette ad. And then you flip a little further, and ooh, what do you get? The Science Fiction Book Club insert. Still there. Along with that guy. Take 4 for 10 cents now. 4 for 10 cents. You got they're hyping up Harlan Ellison's again Dangerous Visions. Nice. That's pretty funny. All right, what's in here? You ask? Well, let's take a look. 1975. Berkeley Medallion Edition, February 1977. The same year Star Wars came out. We're hitting a lot of 1977 sci-fi here. Arm, Larry Niven. Angel of Truth, Gordon Eklund. Mazes, Ursula K. Le Guin. For All Poor Folks at Picket Wire, Lafferty. Growing Up in Edge City, Paul Durrance by Moore. The Ghost of a Model T by Clifford Simek. Planet Story, Kate Wilhelm. Graduation Day, McFarlane. Not Todd McFarlane. That's a whole different thing. Time tipping, Jack Don, Encounter with a Carnivore, Joseph Green, Lady Sunshine, and the Magoon of Beatus. Alexei and Corey Panshin. Hello. Hello. All right. Hey, it's warped, but there's some good stuff in there. I said $1, here's $1. Alrighty. These away here. You go over here. All right. You go down there. All right. Up next, let's see. Any Star Trek or Star Wars? Anybody up for any of that? Got some sitting here. Oh, you know, let me just show, I've been meaning to show this off for a while. You know all those science fiction book club inserts you see in the books? Science fiction book club playing cards. I've been meaning to put this in the buy it now for months, and they've just been sitting there. It's just a deck of playing cards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ace. Where's the jack queen? Let's see if we got a whole set here. 2, 3 out of 10. There's the ace, but where's the jack, queen, and king? King, queen, jack, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Don't worry, this is a book show. We'll get back to it. 2, ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ace. All right, so we got clubs and hearts. I'm a little scared about diamonds. King, queen, jack, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ace. Oh, look what I found. King, queen, jack, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ace. Whoo, nice. And 2 jokers. Isn't that cool? That's just something that's a little fun. If you like sci-fi and stuff, you're like, hey, I'm going to get me a science fiction book club set of playing cards. How many people do you think actually have that? How many people do you think actually own that? Let's do it. Why not? $3. The special limited edition mail order only. 44 people. The special limited edition mail in only 1975 edition of the science fiction book club playing cards. Should we do it? Should we do breaks on it like the Pokemon, the crazy Pokemon guys out there? All right. Hey, I think this is a book show, right? All right. I don't have any Warhammer books, but I got a Magic the Gathering book. Speaking of card games, The Fifth Dawn Mirrodin Cycle, Book 3. Reasonably nice shape. Light tanning on the inside back cover and the front, but a little gentle use on the spine. Not too bad. I don't know why that's in the sci-fi show. It should be in my fantasy book show, but $3. We'll move that to the fantasy. Last 3 seconds. All right, let me go put this in the fantasy bin. What else we got here? What else did I bring? A little Pierce Anthony? Sure, why not? Pierce Anthony, Bio of a Space Tyrant, Volume 3, Politician. But wait, that's not all. Just a little light tanning on this on the insides. A little light use on the spine. Hey, how about Pierce Anthony, Bio of a Space Tyrant, Book 2? About the same condition. I do not have Book 1, but I got Book 2 and 3. We'll do 2 for 5. 2 for 5. 2 books, $5. You got 2 in the series. By the way, nobody has asked, but if anybody likes any of those magnets hanging up back there, they are for sale also. Here's Anthony. Let's go throwback, go classic. Nice clean copy. H.G. Wells, The Time Machine. Scholastic. Spine is clean. Shock, Fear, and Adventure. Little rub right here. Bright and White. The classic. H.G. Wells. Time Machine. I've got some, I'll do a special show once I get it sorted and organized a little bit. I actually have like some 1920s magazine sci-fi stuff. Really cool. I picked it up a couple weeks ago. Haven't had a chance to go through it all yet. I don't have a lot of it. But yeah, it's like 1920s into the 1930s. Really interesting. Really interesting. Larry Niven, Ring World, a gripping story of a ring-shaped world around a distant sun. Winner of both the Hugo and Nebula. Huh. Kind of like a halo. Huh. A halo around a halo. Gee, somebody should make a video game about that. Maybe they could have aliens attacking and maybe some kind of like a super soldier who's like this great warrior kind of guy. A puppeteer. I like that. That's pretty cool on the inside covers. And there's the skeleton of the puppeteer. Nice. All right. It's a nice clean copy. It's a little, looks like a little shelfware really because the spine is fine. Larry Niven, Ring World. All right. Looks like most people want to see books in their book show. Twice as many people. Bargain Boz is in. Why, thank you very much. There you go. First purchase. Hey now.
That was easy.
That was easy. Appreciate you. You love that book? Oh, that's nice. Nice. Good, good, good. I'm glad. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate the business. And enjoy. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. All right. Bargain Boz drawing first blood tonight. Thank you very much. The year's best science fiction number 4, edited by David G. Hartwell. We do have some wear on the spine here. Travel to the farthest reaches of the imagination with Amazing Stories by Stephen Baxter, Gregory Benford, David Brin, Nancy Kress, Bruce Sterling, Michael Swanwick, and more. So, Boz, you did just a little light spotting there on the back. You did just crack open some coupons. All right. So as soon as I do use the rewards program, and I don't make you wait to get rewards. So use it as you see fit, but just know it's there. First print, June 1999, number 1, year's best sci-fi number 4. I know some shows they're like, okay, guys, all you got to do is buy 650 books or spend $1,000, and I'll give you a 10% coupon. Nah, that's not what it's for. Something completely different. How about that? Eyeball that for a second. Harry Harrison and Malcolm Edwards' Spacecraft in Fact and Fiction. Big boy hardcover with the dust jacket in lovely condition. Let's take a look at the inside. Little UFO. Oh, speaking of UFOs, what the hell channel is it? Is it Tubi? It might be Tubi. I started watching. There was a series in 1971 called UFO. It was a British series, and there was only one season of it, 23 episodes, and there you go. Now, I started watching it. I remember it. I, I was very young when it came out, and I remember seeing it maybe when I was 6 or 8 years old, and thinking, what the heck is this about? It's very 70s, but the show takes place in the far-flung future of 1980. And let's run this. Spacecraft in Fact and Fiction. I got to change the weight a little bit. Would I run Philip K. Dick? Yes, of course I would. I would be happy to. I'll even mod you so you can say what you want. There you go. Go ahead, say it loud and proud. I want to see PKD. Let me run this and I'll go grab that. Spacecraft in Fact and Fiction. I'll still keep the weight a little low, but do that one for 5. You don't happen to have a copy of the Ringworld Engineers, the second book? I don't think so. I don't think so now. It's not ringing a bell. It's not ringing a bell. I recently went through a bunch of that there stuff. Yeah, yeah. No problemo. All right, I don't know why I ran that for 30 seconds, but all right, let's get the PKD up. Let me go grab that for you. All right, Philip K. Dick. Yeah. Do-do-do. Okay, do-do. All right, let me grab this. Right, left, right, back. Interesting. This is weird. Oh crap! Seems to be MIA. No. Come on. Oh man. All right. Dixon. Right there. Fudge. No, I apologize. I might have accidentally deleted it when I deleted all the Buy It Now stuff for some reason. That's weird. My apologies. Slackerfest. Oh, Slackerfest. You watched UFO? Yeah. No problem, Big Mac. Yeah, I don't see it in there. That Whatnot does that to me every once in a while. You know, I'm pretty good if I bundle some stuff together for people. I'm pretty good about going in right then and there and deleting it out of the inventory. But sometimes, let's just say this isn't the first time that's happened. Now I'm gonna have to go back to all my other book shows and reconcile all that inventory too. That's all right. Part of the gig. Part of the gig. Yeah, that UFO show is kind of interesting. The guy is like the lead character in it is like he's like a hip movie producer at a big movie studio, and he drives his souped up car of the future into the parking lot, and he goes in and they're like, "Hello, sir. Good to see you, sir. What movie are you working on today, sir?" And he goes in the elevator, and it takes him down into like the subterranean secret base where they're where they're monitoring UFOs. I think in the first episode, the premise is their aliens are coming to Earth to harvest us for our organs. I think that was generally the gist of what I got out of the first episode. Yeah. They shoot down and capture a UFO, and they get the astronaut out of it, and they find out that his body parts are human, and that he's had a bunch of transplants. And they're like, that's why they're coming to probe us. Oh my god. All right. Hey, let me run a few more books here before it gets too late. I got an early call tomorrow morning. Star Gods, the Star Carrier. It's book 9, Ian Douglas. I usually try to just run book ones, but sometimes when you buy a big lot of books, you end up with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So there you go. Star Gods. It's bothering me that I can't find that PKD book. I wonder if it's in one of the. All right. Okay, here's a nice one. Anderson, the Dancer from Atlantis. Real nice cover. Mine is in nice shape. Signet. Little light tanning. Inside covers. Nice one. 1972. First printing. Nice clean copy. $3. 20 seconds. Last 5 seconds on Paul Anderson, Dancer from Atlantis, 1972, first edition, first print. Alrighty. All right. Stark's War. The Americans were the first to set foot on the moon. They intend to be the last. Uh-oh. You know, we are talking about going back to the moon. There's that whole mission, right? Gonna try to set up a moon base. I swear, if you look in my high school yearbook, it says ambition to design and build the world's first moon base. That's in my yearbook. And then I went to college and became a mechanical engineer. And I took my first course in aerospace engineering. And I had to fucking drop that class like a fucking hot rock because I had no clue what the hell was going on. I had no clue what was going on. Veg, what's up? Ready Player 2 or Tron? No and no. Thank you for asking, though. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I'm always interested in hearing what people are looking for because when I go out to go source books, that's what I'll go look for. So maybe we do a little Star Trek twofer. Little Star Trek twofer. These are a little rough. We'll put them together. We got a little crease. The Idic Epidemic, book 38 in the series. If you're playing at home, it's got some bumping. It's got some moving and grooving, but inside's nice. No rips, no tears. First 1988. Let's throw in there with it book number 3. Star Trek The Klingon Gambit. Not Gambit from the X-Men. Not that Gambit. It's got a little pull right there. Yeah, let's put these two together. Why not? Two of these guys. $4. $2 each. 2 books. $4. 15 seconds. Up and running. All right. Just picked up one more tray. We'll run through that and see where we're at. All right. Year's Best Science Fiction number 12. Hartwell and Kramer again. This one in much better shape. Brand new, as a matter of fact. Looking brand new. No creasing on the spine. Little number there. Cress. Nano comes to Clifford Falls. Brother, can you spare a dime? Doctoro. When Sysimans ruled the earth. Just Do It, Counterfactual. We got who else? We got Vic, Rosenthal, Rucker, Creasy, Hurley, Lumiere, Gunn, Haldeman, Williams, Flynn, Benford, M. Schwiller, Reynolds, Macaulay, Gregory, and Swanwick. Year's Best Sci-Fi number 12, $3. All right, there's 12. Here's the best science fiction of 2004, and the year's best science fiction, number 11, and there's number 12. About 3 books of the best science fiction you've ever heard of. Instead of 9, we'll go 7. 20 seconds. All 3, $7. Oh, sorry, not 37. Shit, sorry. Don't bid. Don't bid. Fat fingered that one, didn't I now? Oh, you're sitting there like, what the hell does he want for these 3 books? $370 million. 3 times 3, I almost did it again. 3 times 3 is 9. Here's $7. 3 books, $7. There's a deal for you. Got a little Roger Zelazny coming up next. We haven't seen him yet tonight. Okay, thanks for checking that out. Let's do the Zelaz. The Zlaz. All right, another twofer. Lord of Light, Roger Zelazny. His followers called him Mahasama Manaman and said he was a god. He preferred to drop the Maha and the Ataman, however, and call himself Sam. This one's got a nice little message from the past on it. Little tatting there. And oh, look, it's the other one, Creatures of Light and Darkness by Roger Zelazny. Nice. Got the red. No message. No message from the past. Lord of Light and Creatures of Light and Darkness. We'll do 2 for $5. Is this not plugged in? This is not plugged in. Well, how about that? I don't think I ran these, did I? No, I did not. All right. We'll take a look at this one. Poul Anderson, Merkheim, the new novel in the future history of the Polytechnic League. First time in paperback. Nice one. A star explodes, and a billion years later, a galaxy explodes in war. When the heavy metal ruin of Merkheim is discovered at the edge of known space, the gigantic planet becomes the center of a war that is fought in all the far reaches of Earth's dazzling and corrupt empire. This epic adventure of the end of a 1,000-year civilization sweeps from hyperspace skirmishes in the radio glare of dark suns to the bloody deals in the corridors of Earth itself, where the stars are traded like coins. How about that? Rinsler, welcome. Little Poul Anderson for you. Derek, welcome. Good to see you. Let's go ahead and run this for you for $3. High fashion. Ooh, here we go now. Alpine Studios. All right, guys, I tell you what, I want to say thank you so much for hanging out. We're going to go do a raid. Stick with me. Stick with me. We're going to go raid a sci-fi show, okay? Let's do it. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. If you haven't already done so, please give me a follow. Um, I do book shows every single Wednesday night, and every Wednesday night it's a different topic. All right, let's go visit our new friends at Owl Pine Studios. Hold on, here we go. Ciao.